Hi there, I'm Katie for RustiKate, and today I'm showing you how to read a diagram in tatting. Now sometimes when you find a tatting pattern, they'll have a diagram that comes along with it, and then sometimes when you find a tatting pattern, all there will be is the diagram and usually the original photo of the finished project. So today I'll show you how to use the diagram either as your pattern or as your supplemental pattern while you're making your project. Okay, so this time around we're going to be learning about how to do tatting from a diagram. This would be using a diagram instead of a pattern. You can also use it with a pattern as a supplemental instruction. So the first one we're going to look at is actually this right here, and this is a basic form of a ring and a chain. So with the diagrams, they're going to be showing you the basic shapes. It should look a lot like the finished object. So you should be able to, if you looked at a picture of this finished, it should look very similar in shape and form. So when you see a circle, that's always going to indicate that you're going to be making a ring. When you see an arch, that's going to indicate that you're making a chain. So then the next thing to be aware of is if you see a loop or a dash coming off of your ring or your chain, that's going to indicate that it's a picot. Let me grab a needle to point. So in this case, this would be indicating a picot, as well as this would be. I'll show you some examples later on of what a picot in a dashed line looks like, as well as what a joined picot will look like. But just we're going to start out with this to begin with. So ring, chain, tells you what you're going to be making. You typically start with a ring, and if you're making a circle or a circular pattern, typically you start out in the center and work your way out with the rounds. So now the next thing to be aware of is when you see the numbers, what that is telling you is how many double stitches in that section of the chain or the ring. So in this case we have 3 double stitches right here, a picot, 3 double stitches, a picot, 3 double stitches, a picot, 3 double stitches. So the diagrams, as far as I've seen, the diagrams never give you a number for how many picots you're making, they just give you the visual for how many picots. So on this one, obviously you're making 3 picots in this ring. So the number is always going to indicate how many double stitches between picots. So now we've made our ring, then we're ready to do our chain. The chain is 4 double stitches, 1 picot, 3 double stitches, 1 picot, 3 double stitches, 1 picot, 4 double stitches. And then you would repeat from there on. And typically the visual will repeat, but the numbers usually are just on that first ring or chain that you start with. So once it gets to the point that the pattern's ready to repeat steps, then they usually don't list the numbers anymore. So now if we go on to the next one over here, this one is the same exact ring and chain with the same number of stitches and picots. This one has a little bit more going on visually, and some diagrams will do this. So this one, the arrow indicates that that's where you start at. You start with the ring, and then it has an A and a B. And the A indicates that you make this one first, and the B indicates that you make that one second. And sometimes they'll do that on patterns just to kind of tell you the order of operations when you're making a design. Because if you have a design that has multiple rings or multiple chains, sometimes it's helpful, at least in those first ones before you get to the point where it repeats, to know the order of it. They usually use an alphabetized system to indicate that, so you don't get it mixed up with the stitches. Okay, now we're ready for the next one, and these are all just images that I sketched out today as a graphic to try and help you with the concept. So this one here, let me get the camera focused. This one here is a full circle. So what this one's going to be showing you is the most simplified version of the numbers. And some diagrams will do this where they'll just give you one number for the whole item. And that indicates that the stitches are the same every time. So for this one, the ring says 3 in the middle. So that's going to tell you that there's 3 double stitches between every picot. If you go to the chain has a 4. That indicates there's 4 double stitches between every picot in the chain. And they'll have that repeated a few times, and then obviously there's no repeats in numbers on these. So once you've made these, they're assuming that you know how many count of stitches there are. So then they just give you the graphic of how many rings and chains to make. So you would then just count to see how many there are. In this case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So you would make 13 rings and 13 chains. Alright, so now we're going to move away from a basic shape and we're going to go into a little bit more of a decorative tatting shape that's other than just circles. The next one is going to have the arrow telling you start here with this chain in this particular one. And this would be an edging that typically would have the corner. So you do it on like a napkin. This would be the corner. And these sides you just keep going straight when you actually did them. So you'd start here with the chain, you do, and see there's the A indicating that's where you start as well. So you'd go 18 double stitches for the chain, and then B is your next step. So you do 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches. Next ring, you do 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches, close. Next ring, 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches, close. Then you do the next chain, which would be 18 double stitches. And then at this point, it doesn't have any numbers anymore. So you're going to repeat the number of stitches from the previous one. So this ring is going to be 9 double stitches, join, 9 double stitches, close. 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches, close. 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches, close. 18 double stitches for that chain. Then we're on to this ring, which is going to be 9 double stitches, join, 9 double stitches, close. 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches, close. 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches, close. And then 18 double stitches. Alright, so one more example. And I will try and get these scanned onto the computer and up on my website. And once I'm able to have these scanned and ready for you to actually access, I will post a link at the bottom in the information below this video. So it may not be up the very first day the video is up, but I will try my best. Okay, here we go for the last one. This one is an enlarged image. And this one is 2 separate rounds or 2 separate rows. So I'm going to say this one that I highlighted in orange just because visuals kind of help, color visuals help me out a little bit in discerning multiple layers of patterns. So I'm going to say this first one is the first row and everything in orange is made the first row. So here you're going to do 9 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches. And that's for a chain. And then for your ring, it's similar to the previous one we did. We're doing 9 picot, 9. And then we're going to do 18 double stitches, close, and then we're going to do 9 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches. And then we're repeating the same count as this one over here. So 9 double stitches, 3 double stitches, 3 double stitches, 9 double stitches, and then repeating these same numbers all the way across. Once we've made it as long as we want on our edging, we're then going to come back for our second row. We're going to start here. We're going to make our ring 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches, join, 5 double stitches, close. So 9 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 9 double stitches. Then we're going to make this ring using the same count, going 5 double stitches, join, 5 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches, join, 5 double stitches, close. And then we'll repeat that all the way across. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I will try in the future, I will try and post a few more videos to do with diagrams, and I'll show you an actual example of making it directly from the diagram. I'll also show you using a diagram from a book to show you how that works. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, make sure and hit that notification bell, and that will make sure you get notified of all new content. Please also comment and like this video, and I will see you again next time. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, Deej. Hi, Deej. All right. Okay. Hi there, I'm Katie for RustiKate, and today I'm going to be showing you how to read a diagram in needle tatting. DJ, do not bark.